Yo, what's up guys, and welcome back for another part of the Ubers Road to Top 10. Today I'm going to be using Go Lucario's team. Shoutouts to him, he passed it to me. As I did say, for the next episodes I will be, giving you guys the teams and paste bins in the description. Once this gets 3,000 likes, I don't really care. I'll be putting it in the paste in the description anyway. But we're going to be using this team, a really fun team that my boy passed me. And yeah, so he has a Darkrai lead, which is not that good for me at all. Darkrai plus 2 steals and Kyogre. Deancey's kind of shut down, though Deancey obviously is just a great lead in general because it does deal with the Darkrai. And what I can do is just Moonblast. I don't expect him to Dark Void. Okay, so if I Mega Evolved right there, obviously we all know what happened. I bounced back the Dark Void, and now I'm in a bad position because my opponent decided I'm going to click that. Basically, my play was if he decided to go for the Nasty Plot, I got off damage on him, put him in range of Shadow Sneak, but obviously that didn't work out the way I wanted. But I can Brave Bird now and knock him out. What a great way to start this live. The good thing is Deancey only checked that Mon. Otherwise, Groudon's checked by Giratina as well as a Veltal, as well as Arceus Ground. So, of course, Darkrai being a big threat and getting rid of it, but maybe I expected too much from my opponent. I don't know. Brave Bird is the better play because it hits Groudon as well as Kyogre. Well, whereas Sacred Fire does not. He decides to go for the Dark Pulse, gets the flinch. That's great. And now we're going to fire off a Sacred Fire because if this is his game plan, then I'm okay with that. If you want to sack your Darkrai, I'll take it. I mean, this ho beats like the majority of your team. So I'll definitely take this. My Arceus Ground puts in a lot of work, beating Mawile, beating Groudon. Biggest threat though is the Xerneas, I feel anyway. So we're gonna fire off a Sacred Fires. He does choose to make the smart play and go out into Kyogre, so props to him. Should have made that play a turn before because he would have lost his Darkrai, but it is okay. I can go out into my Groudon as he doubles into his own Groudon. I mean, at the end of the day, I get my Precipice. I get my I get my Primal Reversion. Not that it matters because you always get that. So. Yo, I'm just having fun. I can go out to my Giratina on his rocks and essentially just defog them away. Because Ho-Oh is still healthy, we take on the Xerneas as long as rocks are gone. I guess he could Thunder Wave me, which is probably what's going to happen. They all run Thunder Wave these days. Even this one is running Thunder Wave. I don't know. Has Eruption, though. That's cool. That's really cool. I'm going to Dragon Tail him. As he goes out to Xerneas, good play on my opponent's part. I honestly expect him to double because I do have Ho-Oh at full. But I'm going to go to Ho-Oh just in case he decides to click Geomancy. As he doesn't, which is a good play. Pretty much the best all-around play. And I can just Brave Bird right here. He already showed his initial switch in was Kyogre or Groudon on a double. So Brave Bird hits everything on his team. This is like max attack or near max attack. Does a hell of a lot. Yes, that is damage. I expect him to double, but I'm going to go out to my Groudon anyway because I need rocks up for his Xerneas, man. Throws off a Scald, which means because his entire team is grounded, going for Precipice Blade is just a better play all around. Alternatively, I could Thunder Wave as well, but again, Precipice Blade is just a better play because my opponent's entire team is grounded. So we do connect. Goodbye, Darkrai. I don't know why he Dark Voided turn 1, but it obviously worked out for him as wow, that Eruption on this thing is killer. It's actually killer. Gonna go out to my Giratina and just defog. That Eruption is actually like ridiculous. As long as I keep Groudon alive though, I shouldn't lose to Xerneas. So I sack my Giratina. That way I get the switch into my Arceus Ground and I can just click Judgment. That Eruption is a killer. Like he will be able to get a Brox unfortunately versus me. But I should be okay to win, I think. Between Groudon plus Ho-Oh, obviously Ho-Oh won't be at full, but they don't run Thunder too much on their Xerneas anymore. Back when I played a lot of Ubers, they ran a hell of a lot of Thunder. But Judgment does 2-hit KO everything on his team. Bar Kyogre, I don't think Kyogre is 2-hit KO'd, just because I'm not invested. But he does sack the Bandit Scizor. That's Kyogre is going to come out. And that just means I get to go out to my Groudon and get up my rocks. Alternatively, he could double onto his own Groudon, which he probably is going to do. So I'm thinking about doing is actually going on to my Deancey. Because if he does double out to his own Groudon, I can Mega Evolve and go for the... I can Mega Evolve and pretty much just get my Mega Evolution off, which is what I want most. So I'm going to Mega Evolve and burn a turn as his Groudon is going to come out. We do burn the next turn of sleep, and what I can do is just go for Earth Power, attempting to wake up. If I do wake up, we already have the Magic Bounce. I do wake up, nice. So now, 1, his Eruption is gone. 2, if he goes for Rocks, which he does, we get them up on our side. We take those. And now I can knock him out with the next Earth Power. I don't care if anything comes in. I'm bothered was bothered, and he gets the hell out of there. Nice. So we had another game versus Sableye Amoonguss team. Ooh, that's interesting. Subhole puts in a lot of work versus my opponent's team. I want to lead off with the Diancie just to get off my Mega. Have fun. As quickly as possible to prevent Sableye from doing whatever it wants. And I do have the Arceus Ground as my initial switch in. So he opts to go for the Earth Power right off the bat. Ooh. Are you trying to play this game with me, bro? Because I will risk this right here. I'm a man. Yeah. Yeah. Don't play this game with me. I'm crazy. So he gets a Rocks Forest, and we are able to get rid of the Diancie right there. You think I'm not crazy, bro? I'll Diamond Stone this thing too on your spores. He must know I'm crazy, though. So we're gonna go to Ho. As he does Spore. I guess I'm not that crazy. But the thing is, Ho wall everything on his team, bro. So I can just stay in here and just spam Sacred Fires. Ho walls absolutely everything on my opponent's team. Like his initial switching is Sableye. That's not a Ho switching. Definitely not a Ho switching. Wait, what are you even doing to me? Okay. I don't know what he did. If I click Sacred Fire, you were burnt. What just happened there? So we go right back on to Ho. We burn another turn of sleep on his Giga Drain. Yeah, I don't know. My opponent's team gets decimated by Ho. His counter was Diancie, and he decided to be real like me. And but he made the wrong real play. So are we gonna wake up right here? We do wake up. We're gonna be able to get off this Sacred Fire, which we do connect with. If you get a crit, no burn. I do live any hit he wants to go for, and I don't really have a ice switching anyway, so I'm just gonna go for Brave Bird as he cloaks himself in Ice Burn. Thankfully we do break through. I'm not sure what that's for, but I really did want to use Ice Burn and Freeze Shock. Freeze Shock that at one point. I should be able to recover off on him no matter what he wants to do, as his Foul Play is gonna do a lot. Good lord. So that kills me with a crit, right? Yeah, it does. I'm going to recover off once more as he goes for the taunt. Alright, so the good thing is we do have the I do have the Diancie in the back to deal with this, but I kind of feel like Sacred Firing is fine because I do live a hit, and if I burn him, obviously his Foul Play is going to do less, which was the big thing. And I expect him to recover right here, so I'm going to make the play out into my Diancie, and then double back out. And now double back out into my Ho-Oh, expecting him to want to go out to Amoonguss. So we're going to make that play. If he wants to stay in, that's completely fine. He does opt to go for the Foul Play again. However, if he doesn't, I guess he doesn't want to recover as well. I'm just surprised he didn't go Amoonguss. I can sub right here on his taunt. I mean, all this does is give me more leftovers, and I'll be able to knock him out with the Brave Bird anyway. So I don't know if it matters too much. Like, all I did was gain more leftovers. In fact, I went positive this turn over that. Anybody see me go up from 64% to 71% with leftovers? Isn't that the best type of percentage raise? I do have a Charty Berry, physically defensive at Veltal, so that's my best play on this thing's SD. Even if he's Stone Edge, Giratina deals with him after, so I should be able to go right for the Foul Play, as Amoonguss is going to come out. However, I also have the Taunt on this thing, so Amoonguss doesn't beat me 1v1, and a Veltal should be able to come through. Ooh, Arceus comes back out. Alright, great. So we get rocks damage on that too. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm enjoying this live. I'm enjoying this live. And I have no reason to never not click Taunt. Never ever not click Taunt. There's no reason. Arceus can't set up. Amoonguss can't touch me. Clear Smog is actually doing it. No respectable human amount. But I want to win this faster, so we're going right out to my boy Ho-Oh right here as he makes the Arceus double. Ooh, but now you're 100% in range of the Foul Play, like 100%. So I can go right back onto a Veltal on his extreme speed. That did absolutely nothing, and I can just roost off the damage. If he wants to SD up, that should be game. GG, dude. So I actually played Go Lucario when he used his team versus me because I was getting back some points from Decay, and I really liked the way he used it. I really like the way he used it. I love the pressure that his, well, he didn't get to use his hoe because I Stone Edged that like right away and that died. But I love the pressure that he put with doubles between Diancie and Groudon, and even the Yveltal was definitely threatening. So I wanted to immediately record this team after seeing him use it, and yeah, so I just do want to give him a shout out. Obviously, the team is courtesy of him, and let's see where we are on the ladder right now. Ubers. Where are you? So top 10 of Ubers is 1776, so we have a long way to go. I am 1654, number 81 on the ladder. Let us pause it though until we find a battle. We'll be right back. I found a game actually right away the second I paused it. Really strong team on my opponent's part. Diancie just the lead in general, but I don't necessarily like it because Dialga could have Earth Power or Flash Cannon, but I do want to Mega Evolve as quickly as possible. This looks like a team earlier I used in XY, though I had something over Blaziken. Arceus, no, I had Yveltal over Blaziken. But it does reveal the Flash Cannon. Don't really have the best switch-ins for this thing at all. What does this do for me? Oh, thank you, man. Now, Diancie doesn't do too much for me, honestly. It doesn't. Like, I guess it checks silence, but yeah, Earthquake, you beat it. I hope you don't mind me stealing your team. I knew it! That was the team I used, right? Well, it didn't steal it from me. That's not mine, but it looks really similar to the one I used. But I'll just Earth Power right here, get off damage, break a potential Sugar Berry, because my Arceus Groudon is the mon that's going to be putting in the most work in this team. Blaziken, Groudon, Salamence all checked, potential Arceus checked. Did I use this team actually? Let me see. Let me check. I'm really bad at remembering things. Yes, I did. It is Sugar Berry. So I think he doubles trying to predict my Arceus or anything like that to come out, but we were able to get off a hell of a lot of damage on this guy. A hell of a lot, one might say. Goodbye, Groudon. That was not a Stealth Rocker, however. That was an SD Thunder Wave set. Maybe he tried to predict... I'm actually... Well, you know he's SD Life Orb. Okay, that's good to know, actually. Why'd he forfeit, though? You still had a really good chance of winning, bro. You had such threats on your team. He definitely had a really good chance of winning. I think he was trying to predict me to want to go out to Ho, maybe? To get off a Rock Slide to threaten me out, though his Dialga did have Thunder, but obviously Thunder has to be hit. But maybe he was trying to predict me to go out into Ho right there. But I pretty much assessed that my Arceus Ground was the way of breaking through his team. It beats Blaziken, Groudon, Mega Mence. Has he done Enter Mega Mence yet? Yes, he has. With Ice Beam and Judgment, respectively. And the only thing standing in my way was literally an Earth Sugar Berry Dialga, which they usually run anyway. And if he chose to go for rocks right there, I also would have gotten up rocks on my side of the field. So it's like on his side of the field for me. So I pretty much weighed in the options and decided that that was the better play all around. Or the play that gained me a lot. Maybe not necessarily the better play, but again, Diancie was always shaky as a Pokemon anyway. I can never switch it in. Groudon beats it, Salamence beats it with Earthquake. Like, I could never switch in that monster. Versus him, though if I did look at the team builder, I would see that I'll show you that here, that the Mega Mence is actually outsped by timid Diancie. That's not the team. I'll show you the team right now. My boy Daryl, shoutouts to him. Restock Xerneas could have also been a threat, but yeah, it is outsped by my Diancie, so maybe I could have thought about it differently. I don't think it mattered too much. Life Orb Blaziken would have been really cool to face, though pretty much walled by Giratina. Life Orb Arceus would have been annoying, but again, also walled by a ton on my opponent's team. So, oh, I like this team. This guy has like some forgotten threats like Reshiram and Deoxys D, which was great at what it did. So, lead off with my Diancie because it matches up well. I guess if he has Skill Swap, that would be annoying, but which he probably does. But I'm going to go for Moonblast anyway just to get off as much damage as possible as he goes for the Light Screen. Ooh. Ooh, no, I did not want that crit. I want him to try and go for Stealth Rock for me. So unfortunately, I limit him to his Light Screen. I guess Arceus is coming out now. Blaziken is coming out. Okay, the monster itself. Okay, what did I do? Arceus is checked by Yveltal. Giratina is the better play. All around. Arceus also checks the it also checks the Mewtwo as well. So Blaziken is going to do a lot. I hope I hit this Dragon Tail. If he Flare Blitzes, that'd be great because he takes recoil. It's going to do a lot though, but I have to hope we hit this. As we do connect, nice. Obviously having that Reflect Up would have been huge for my opponent right here. I'm just going to Dragon Tail this guy away too. We're wasting turns of Light Screen. Surprised he's using Deoxys Defense. Typically, the dual screen set, you would want to use something like Deoxys Speed because you're faster than everything. Blaziken comes out, and what I can do is just Shadow Sneak it. Do as much damage as possible to him. And really want rocks. Does go out to his Arceus though, but he does waste a turn as well. So I can just Dragon Tail this guy out as well. As he's Thunder Wave Arceus. Interesting. And it worked out for him. Why? Well, I do have my Veltal on the back to deal with this guy, and all we've done is stall out all 8 turns of Light Screen, so we take that. He was obviously Light Clay, and we can just keep going for the Dragon Tail right here, as unfortunately we do get paralyzed, or fully paralyzed, whatever the case may be. But Dragon Tail is the better play. I'm pretty sure this is dual dance, and either way my Arceus deals with it right now, and his entire team is grounded, so I can go right for the Judgment. It's a no risk play, do a lot to him. You can't potentially go for the that Arceus is weird, man. Where are you? He can't switch out to anything. I actually didn't expect his ground to die, so he was fully offensive ground him because there's no way that thing died from 79%. The Mewtwo comes out, and I don't have a good switch into this, do I? I think I just want to burn this just in case it's Mega Mewtwo Y. Or X, excuse me, as we are able to burn it. Nice. And what I can do is go right on into Ho-Oh. The reason I didn't want to go directly into Ho-Oh because I actually don't know my EV spread. So I was thinking that I'd go down to the thing at Stone Edge and die. I was thinking that I'd go down to the to 2 Side Strikes if he used Life Orb. Huh. Reshiram is checked by Ho plus a Veltal. Diancie puts in work versus that too. I'm just going out to Arceus. I don't expect, if he does have Stone Edge, he'll reveal it right here. Goes right for High Jump Kick. I'm not a fan of High Jump Kick, to be honest. I prefer Low Kick. But if that was his initial play, I should know that my Ho-Oh can take this guy on and go right for Brave Bird. If he does reveal the Stone Edge, great play on my opponent's part. Honestly, like, I'll clap it up for him. That was a great play if he does reveal the Stone Edge right here. Goes for sub though. Okay, well, we know you can't touch me. And what I am going to do is go for my own substitute, just in case, because we know that his Flare Blitz isn't going to do. If he goes for Flare Blitz, he kills himself. If he goes for a Jump Kick, I live anyway, and I can just pretty much stall him out a bit with sub until he misses. Like, that will be my play, until he misses, because if he wants to SD up, we end up behind a sub anyway, so. He goes for Flare Blitz, he'll start killing himself with Recoil, goodbye, and we get right back up to full with the Recover plus the Leftovers tied in. Apparently, no, not, just a little bit off. Reshiram is going to come out. I don't know if he has Stone Edge, but I don't necessarily have a switch in anyway. He drops a Draco on me. Good Lord, Ho does not care. Goodbye, that's in range of Sucker Punch, man. And I should be able just to recover off the damage that he wants to do. I'm not worried about Arceus unless it's like SD Thunder Wave and pairs me fully to death. Actually, yeah, I should be worried because Thunder Wave is the yellow color, and that is the best move in the game of all time, and that move can beat anybody. Shoutouts to Mr. Jamvad. That move separate, yo. That move is the reason people quit Pokemon. Straight up, man. Straight up. So I'll just go for Sacred Fires. If he's SD Thunder Wave, he'll reveal it right now. I bet you he is SD Thunder Wave. I guess he could also be some sort of support set with the Thunder Wave, but we'll see if Sacred Fire, he is definitely supportive. Holy crap, that did nothing. And I should be able to go right out into my, Groudon and take him on because of the burn. Makes a nice double though, probably expecting me to maybe switch out into my, my Groudon right there because it does take it on. We already revealed the Thunder Wave, but we did get the burn on his Arceus, which means that my Groudon will eventually beat it down. We know he's fully physically defensive though, so maybe Diancie is the way of actually winning this. I want to go back out into Ho-Oh though because it does take on Reshiram no matter what. What is our Ho-Oh's investment? One sec, because I'm actually not sure. Yeah, with 208 attack. That Arceus took 28%, bro, from a Sacred Fire. That's crazy. Does have the Psychic, interesting. So maybe my opponent isn't, maybe he's newer to Ubers, I'm not entirely sure. Or maybe Psychic hits something that I'm not thinking about. There is the Arceus Poison, but you do have the Earth Power. What else does Psychic hit? Mega Gengar, but you also do have the Earth Power. But then again, you don't have to predict them to Mega Evolve. Huh. I can't even think of what Psychic hits. Guess it's Spadef drop though. Maybe that's why he has it. I mean, Earth Power does the same thing. So I can't really think about what is that. Maybe it's for Blaziken. No, Earth Power does. I can't even think of something that beats. I'm not even trying to be like a douche or anything. I'm actually like legitimately thinking about what this hits. I mean, it's not being a douche. I'm just talking in my mind. I don't really care. Somebody says, "Oh my God, Joey, you're being messed up, man." Calm down. Anyway, Mewtwo does come out. I honestly think he's Mega Mewtwo X. Well, he's not. Honestly, well, he could have been, but his Blaziken Mega Evolved. But Brave Bird is the play. We do live in Ice Beam, even after the Spadef drop. Psy Shock would not have been able to knock us out. We're just gonna go for Brave Bird again. It might be Scarf. I don't know. I have no idea what type of Mewtwo this is at all. But all I know is that Sucker Punch knocks him out no matter what. So I don't mind that. Is that Specs damage? That's not Specs damage. That's 31 from a Mewtwo. Mewtwo's a lord. So his Mewtwo eats this. Holy crap. As I should be able to go out to my Veltal right here and just click Sucker Punch. I don't think I have to predict anything. I mean, I guess he could have the random Will-O-Wisp on his Mewtwo. I mean, it's not that random from Stallbreaker Mewtwo or Taunt 2, whatever you want to call it. I forgot what it's called. Stall 2, maybe? That's what they called it. I love that set. That set is so fat. It's Taunt, Will-O-Wisp, Recover. That set 1v1's everything back in the day. But I lose nothing by going for Sucker Punch, knock out the Mewtwo, and I guess he could Thunder Wave me with his Arceus, but I'm going to taunt the Arceus so it cannot recover. Then I can just go out into my Groudon and go right for Precipice Blades and take him on. Is there a normal judgment? There might be a normal judgment. There probably is a normal judgment. Then again, judgment is dependent on play, so I'm not entirely sure. But I will taunt this thing as he goes for Thunder Wave, as we are able to break through. Nice, nice, nice. And even though he's physically defensive, like hella physically defensive, actually knowing that, I want to go out to my Diancie over anything else. Yeah, he's definitely a support set. He can knock me out with Earthquake. Maybe Earth Power could knock me out. But we should be faster as well, because he is so physically defensive. Like, he took 28%, so we're definitely faster, and he's bulkier on the physical side than he is on the special side. So this Moonblast should do it should be a 2 KO on him. And again, we're gonna be faster right here. I expect this to be faster. Well, obviously not the Extreme Speed. Extreme Speed is like the priority move, but regardless, we will be able to knock him out with the next Moonblast, and that should be game. I think. Is that gonna be game? It should be game. Rick White, is that game, bro? Interesting team, really interesting team. Support Arceus is something I haven't seen since that meta where we actually allowed people to use Arceus in DPP. I forgot what it's called. Is it Farceus or something like that? Farceus meta? I don't know at all. But let us look for another game as we got one right away. Nice, nice, nice. Ooh, cool team on my opponent's part. Kangaskhan plus friends. I'll lead off with Diancie because Diancie gives me the Mega and helps me deal with a Veltal, not necessarily Groudon. Arceus is like standard Ubers here with Kangaskhan. Double Primal, I'll call me VGC, PokeaimMD, double Primal, nice double Primal Xerneas. Ooh, this man decided to break all the rules and bring all the Ubers. But that's what Ubers is. Anyway, so Ho is pretty cool here because it checks potential. Oh, Groudon potentially checks Groudon. Leads off with Kyogre, so I know he's going to be able to hit me with an Ice Beam after this. That's annoying. Kyogre's annoying. But I'll be able to Mega Evolve and get up my Protect just to get off that Mega, be fast and everything. Does go right for the Ice Beam. Good play, good play. Max Spadef Groudon. Huh. I'm going to go out to my Ho right here, because I don't want to hard switch directly into my Groudon. I kind of expect him to double Ice Beam, but if I'm able to get this off, I get in my Groudon for necessarily, not free necessarily, but he does go for the double Ice Beam. Good play, good play. I want to Stealth Rock because he's probably Rest Talk. Man, I hate letting my Groudon take so much damage, but I don't have a good switching for this monster at all. I really don't. Like, I just lost one of my Xerneas checks, if my only Xerneas. Well, I do have Ho-Oh. But we are going to Precipice Blades right here. We get a crit and a full para. That's amazing. And I can just go right for the Rock Slide to finish him off. It's more accurate than Precipice Blades. And it also breaks a potential Chardy Berry on the Veltal if he wants to bring that thing out. Expecting Kangaskhan to come out here. I guess Groudon could come out as well. He does risk the Groudon tie. And I can just go for Precipice Blades if he wants to go for the Rocks or anything. I would have gotten enough damage. But we do have the Arceus Ground. He's Fire Punch, which means he can't burn us with a lot. Well, he can still burn us, but it means he can't burn us with anything else. As I do have the Antsy as my switch into Yveltal, so I'm just going to go right for Judgment right here. I don't have to predict the Yveltal. Judgment will hit Kangaskhan, Xerneas for damage. It also hits the Groudon as he chooses to stay in and goes for his Stealth Rock. And what I can do is just switch it up with the Ice Beam, because Ice Beam would have hit Yveltal as well. Not that it would have 2-hit KO'd or mattered in a sense, but... Do I lose to Xerneas now? Maybe. Maybe. We are going to Will-O-Wisp this Xerneas because I need to bring it down lower. That way I can potentially win with my... that way I can potentially win with my Ho. Or 1v1 it with my Ho. This beats E-Killer as well as Kangaskhan. Oh, but so good versus... I'm going to sack my Giratina though. Yeah, Moonblast is going to be able to knock us out. However, I don't know if he runs Thunder on this set. But I should be able to go out to my Ho. If he does run Thunder, then we lost. But it looks like he's Mono Moonblast right here. As we are able to recover off a bit. I don't know if he's Rest Talk. I don't think he'd be Rest Talk. But I'm going to recover off no matter what. As he goes for the Aromatherapy. That's fine. Ho still beats this 1v1. And I can go right for Sacred Fire right here. Why did you go for Sub? I'm going to attack you. That's great. So I can just go right for Sacred Fire and knock him out. Maybe Brave Bird was the better play, just in case I missed. But thankfully we do not. We're able to get rid of the Xerneas. Great, great, great. I'm assuming E-Killer is going to want to come out. Actually, don't know. Kangaskhan comes out. Huh. Definitely going for the Sacred Fire right here on his Fake Out. I think this did its job. Ho did its job. Has the Body Slam. Paralyzes me on the first one. Not that it matters, but that's just interesting to say. As I'll be able to go out to my Arceus Ground and just burn him right now with the Will-O-Wisp. Unless he has Facade, I'm in a good position anyway. As he does stay in nice, we do land. I guess he's just going to spam the Body Slam because it does have that amazing chance to para me. But even though he is power-up punching, and obviously this is like a threat to me. Obviously this is a threat to me. I'm going to be able to take him on right now, and I'll be able to beat him with the Judgment. His Body Slam isn't doing too much to me at all. We do get paralyzed though. No. No, let me break through, please. Please, just let me break through right now. As we do get paralyzed one more time. That sucks. That's Body Slam for you though. That's Thunder Wave in a move for you. As I should be able to go right out into my Yveltal. And click Sucker Punch and knock him out. He goes for his own Sucker Punch, surprisingly. Why? What? I don't know why he made that play, because I'm going for the Sucker Punch again after, as I will be able to knock him out. And all he have left is... I'm actually going to pause it real quick. One sec. Sorry about that. But his Yveltal came back, and I'm going to attempt to Roost right here, because we do take him on, as he does go for the foul play. So, basically now... Oh, what the hell? I tried to switch out to DNC, and I clicked out. I go out to my DNC, unexpected taunt or something. As he goes for Toxic, nice, nice, nice. And all he has left is that Arceus. We do beat it with 2 Moonblast, if I'm not mistaken. So... Is it E-Killer? I'm expecting it to be E-Killer. It's Arceus Ghost, however. Wait, we beat it anyway. Nice. And we're even faster than him. So, and you get the special attack drop. Not that it matters. But basically, because we're faster, we'll be able to beat him down with 2 Moonblasts. And that will be game. So, DNC plus Yveltal putting in work. Even after those Kangaskhan pairs. We take those. We take those. So, let's look for another game. This team is putting in work. Let me see the... let me see. Ooh. I was going to see the ranking, but I'll check it after this. Opponent has a really cool team. DeAnch is just the best lead because he doesn't have something like Deoxys attack to pretty much get a kill whenever it attacks us. Though we do have Ho-Oh to switch in a couple times on that and switch out. Let me see where we are on the ladder though. He could probably lead off with his Mold Breaker Extra Joe if he honestly wanted to. Which is what I would lead off with versus this. But he leads off with a Veltal, which means that I just get to Mega Evolve and go right for the... You think he has HP Steel? I don't think that makes sense. I'm just going to Mega Evolve and go right for Earth Power. Because it hits everything on his team. I expected either his Steel type and Extra Joe or his Primal Groudon to want to come out. But we're able to hit the Mewtwo right here. And what I can do is go right after Giratina. Take the Side Strike. Goes for Ice Beam. Cool play on my opponent's part. I do want a Will-O-Wisp right here because do I actually want a Will-O-Wisp? I want to Shadow Sneak. I don't want to predict him. I don't want to go for Will-O-Wisp and regret it and have him stay in and pretty much lose my Giratina right now. Yeah, I think Shadow Sneak is a better play. I do want to Will-O-Wisp though, the Yveltal so badly, but Yveltal is going to come out as it should, and what I can do is go right out into my Diancie. It is my Diancie. I think Ho is a better play than Diancie. It's a good pivot. Like, we eat Oblivion Wing for days. And what does Ho lure in on my opponent's team? I'm actually not sure. He doesn't have a good Ho answer. I'm going to double out to Diancie though, just in case he has like a random Toxic. He doesn't have a good Ho answer at all. Apparently, the same Mon that I switched out versus last time was the Ho answer. And what I can do is go right back out into my Ho. We can take 2 of these Side Strikes. We do not take 2 of these Side Strikes. I lied, guys. I straight up lied. But a Yveltal, I didn't want to go directly into a Yveltal because a Yveltal is crucial for the Groudon, the Excadrill, and the potential Arceus set. However, I am going to go for Roost right here, expecting him to predict the Sucker Punch. I already know he's not. He's a pretty smart player, and what I can do is go right back out into Diancie. And this time, because he's already shown his initial switching being the Mewtwo, I'm going to hit it with the Diamond Storm since that hits it on the physical side rather than the special side. And I do expect him to go Excadrill now, honestly, or Groudon. And I really want Earth Power, but the Diamond Storm is just a better play. It also hits a Yveltal, but he did show Mewtwo as his initial switching 7 times in a row, and we miss the Diamond Storm. Amazing. That would have knocked it out. But Yveltal is always the play of choice as he goes for Ice Beam. I'm just going to Sucker Punch right here too. So unfortunately we lost the Yveltal. I did get that play right there, but we did lose a Yveltal. Excadrill is going to come out. I'm not sure if we're faster. I don't have a chance to recover ever. But thankfully he gives me the recover right there. I'll take that. I'll take that. It's probably as toxic as well. Yeah, he does. But I had nothing to bounce that back. He had Mold Breaker, so it didn't make a difference. Like, I couldn't take the next hit. I'll Roost off just in case he wants to predict the Sucker Punch or something. As he does try and predict that. Yeah, I could just go for Foul Play again. Yeah, I expect him to Toxic, trying to dodge some Sucker Punches. So we get rid of Excadrill, which is pretty big for us. Excadrill. Did I say Jexadrill? What? Excadrill. I can defog versus Groudon with my Giratina. I should be able to, in theory. Yveltal is becoming an issue now, though. His Yveltal, because the rocks are up. As Yveltal does end up making the appearance right now. Ho-Oh, how much do you do? Ho-Oh just helps me with Xerneas. I can't sack Ho-Oh. I'm just going to sack this to be able to go out into my Diancie. Unfortunately, this doesn't leave me weaker to E-Killer, but hopefully between Will-O-Wisp and Groudon we can deal with that. Assuming it is E-Killer, it could be Arceus Ghost. Which in that case, I regret sacking that Mon. But we'll see. Able to go out to my Diancie now. I don't really not want to go for the Moonblast because I have already shown that I didn't go for it before. I really wish I hit that. I think Yveltal is this guy's favorite Pokemon because he always switches it out. Goes out to Xerneas, so he gives me the Fairy boost as we're going to be able to 2-KO him. I don't know if he's Scarf, and I don't care, to be honest. I'm going to go for the Moonblast again. As it turns out, he is Scarf. But I can now go out to Groudon. I really want a Thunder Wave, but I don't think that's... Is that the play? I think Thunder Wave is the best play. Yeah, Thunder Wave is the best play. I'm a double Thunder Wave too. As he's critting me throughout this, man. Yveltal's really his best favorite Pokemon. He's not letting it take any damage. The reason I stayed in with Diancie is because at that point I was so far back, I had to hope he wasn't Scarf. I feel. Ho can still win though. His Rocker was Excadrill, right? Yeah, Ho can still win. I'm going to go for Rock Slide because it doesn't knock him out. As his Moonblast takes me out. No, it doesn't. But I'll be able to spam Thunder Wave right now. I need him to knock me out so I can defog. I need him to knock me out so I can defog, please. Goes out to Groudon. I guess he's trying to prevent me from going for defog. Are you going to be faster than me, though? Probably is. Fire Punch knocks me out. Yep, I can go out to my Arceus Ground, though. And fire off. You should know Judgment scares you. I'm going to fire off a Will-O-Wisp right here. He should know Judgment beats him down. I'm going to go for Judgment. You know what? This guy doesn't like switching in his Yveltal to anything. He's probably just going to sack Xerneas. That was a good play on my opponent's part. Though he did get full parried, which was an annoying part. Because basically now, if I do try to defog, he could always just sack Xerneas on the rocks and prevent the defog. So it was a good play. But obviously the para put him in position to make that play. We shall see, though, if we can break through this game. How many points does this guy have? $1627. Man played 439 games. Good lord. Been playing since the release of XY. Nah, that's definitely not. I probably played over 100,000 games of Pokemon throughout my life. I have no idea. That would be so cool if you had like a counter where you could see how many games you played, because I know I've played. It'd be sad to see how many games I played. But yeah, 100% going for Judgment here. It's literally my counter to this thing. Assuming he is E-Killer or the SD Arceus normal, as some people might know it better as. With Will-O-Wisp, maybe I can take it on. So his best play, I believe, is sacking his Xerneas. I think that's his all-around best play. I'm gonna pause it until he makes a play, though. We'll be right back. So my opponent actually decided to sack his Groudon for some reason right there. No idea why, but with rocks, 50%. How much did his Oblivion Wing do to my Ho-Oh last time? How much did you do? 23%. Okay, so I can potentially... Alright, so what I'm going to do is keep my Arceus alive, because it can... I wanted to burn this guy, but I could deal with him, I think. Goes for the taunt. So I'm going to Shadow Sneak just to get off as much damage as possible on him. Wait, can I beat this 1v1 now with my Arceus? I might just go back to Arceus, to be honest, if this can beat it 1v1. But I'm going to Shadow Sneak just to get off as much damage as possible. It's probably going to do like 2. Maybe he's a Stall Breaker of Veltal. But like... I don't know. Really interesting that he has taunt on Oblivion Wing. He could be Stall Breaker, I don't know. I'm actually not sure at all what my opponent has. Yeah, did way too much to be Stall Breaker. Does have the Pulse though. What I can do is go out into my Arceus, go for Ice Beam right here. Alternatively, I could burn him. I think I want to burn him actually. I'm gonna burn him. Great, I miss. We're going to attempt to burn him one more. Dark Pulse does more to Ho than anything else. And I actually have to switch because I can't be taunted. I lose to his Arceus if I am taunted. So I'm going to attempt to go for Recover maybe? Is that the play? I'm going to attempt to go for Recover right here. Yeah, so because I missed that Will-O-Wisp early on, I missed out on a lot of damage on him. Maybe I can still win this game depending on some insane luck on my part. Depends what my opponent decides to do. He Dark Pulses, well, insane luck on my opponent's part, obviously, right here. If he goes for another Dark Pulse and then decides to taunt me after that, that'd be great. Because we're obviously taking this on. It really depends on what his last is. I think it's Arceus Extreme Speed Killer, but I'm just going to Ice Beam. Do as much damage as I can to him. That does a lot. As he does Oblivion Wing me. I don't know his last move, man. I really don't. But this is the only play, I think. As he chooses to taunt me. Alright, so Ice Beam does knock him out right here. And I guess it just comes down to what his Arceus set is. I'm hoping it's not E-Killer. Oh god, it is. So now we have to get some crazy Judgment rolls right here. Or a crit or something like that. We'll see. If he SDs up a second time, then I 100% win. Because Arceus Ground does not go down to +4 extreme speed. He has to go for 2 +2 extreme speeds. Something like that. Like the chance is better to knock me out at +2 with 2 hits. Hey, 1 second. But this is the better chance for me. I don't know what he's thinking about. You attack me, friend. It'd be great to get a crit right now because I missed that Will-O-Wisp earlier on the Veltal. I don't know. Like obviously hitting the Mewtwo at any given point with my Diamond Storm would have knocked it out at 64%. Like I'll show you guys the calc. Mega DNC. Uber's Mega Utility, whatever that means. I'm timid. I don't even know. Mega Mewtwo. U2Y. I don't think I'm timid. Yeah, but he's going to be able to knock us out with that. Unless he misclicks right here, which is the only thing I hope for. But he's able to knock us out, and that's going to be game. So, that was a dumb game. It's so frustrating when that stuff happens. We're going to look for one more. And after this, we're going to end it. Yeah, what are we? What are we on our DNC? I always forget. Wrong team. Yeah, we're minus defense, so we had a shot of knocking him out because we're naive. Or we're not naive, but yeah, we had a good shot of knocking him out with this calc. Solid team on my opponent's part. Deancey, always the best lead in general versus all this stuff. This is going to be the last game, but I'll be able to Mega Evolve and Protect right here. He's probably just going to go for his Precipice Blades. Give me something. Alright, so Mega Evolve with Protect is the only play to make. I like his team. As he goes for Earthquake, okay. Man, I really want to predict his rocks. Everybody switches out right here. I do lose a Ho and a Yveltal check. I don't care. At this point, man, if I get this play right, I'm in such a great position as well. He should see my Giratina as well as my Yveltal, as well as my Arceus. This is such a bad play as well on my part, guys. But if it works out, amazing. If it doesn't, unfortunate. I lose a Pokemon and I'm set back. Though his Groudon is weaker, which is like his only switch into Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh doesn't have good switch-ins. But I'm also losing a Rayquaza answer. Though I do have Arceus Ground, so that deals with Rayquaza. As well as Ho-Oh, as well as Yveltal. So, let's see if he goes for Rocks right here. Makes the smarter, all-around smarter play. And goes for the Earthquake again. Good play, good play. Can't blame him for doing that. However, now I can go out to my Yveltal. I should be faster. That's max def. So I should be faster, and I should be able to knock him out with the foul play at that range. At 37%, definitely should be able to knock him out with foul play. As Groudon does go down. So we do prevent rocks. On his side, anyway. I'm expecting Xerneas to want to come out. Nice. We're going to go out to Ho-Oh over Groudon because we don't want Groudon being too weakened from this thing. And we could take him on with the Thunder Wave and things like that. As he rock slides. Oh my god. Great play on my opponent's part. That means he's belt though. So Ho-Oh lives that thankfully. As we can go right out into our Groudon right here. On the next rock slide. And I think just click Thunder Wave. Best play all around. This could be Aromatherapy E-Belt. But Thunder Wave hits everything on his team. He doesn't have a ground type on his team. Thunder Wave hits Ho-Oh. I didn't expect him to Rock Slide just because you would think Groudon is the more initial switching. Honestly, if he was like, I'm not sure what variant he was, but if he was Belt, I would have went for Moonblast first because then I would have stayed in with my Ho 100%. But we are able to paralyze the Rayquaza, which means we can go out to Arceus Ground because one, if he does have Waterfall, we knock him out after. With the Ice Beam, actually, with that Life Orb hit, we do knock him out with Ice Beam 100% with that one hit. But the better play is to recover just to be able to take him on later as his Ho-Oh is going to come out. And I don't want to go directly into Groudon. I don't want to go directly into my own Ho-Oh. Though I probably should have just because he went for Sacred Fire first. Especially because he went for the Life Orb Sacred Fire. I expect him to be sub, to be honest. Huh. He tried to burn my initial switch into Yveltal. He could be sub, but I'm going to go for Dragon Tail. We'll see if he's sub. Because if he is sub, then he knocks me out with the Brave Bird after the burn damage anyway. So, looks like he isn't sub. I do miss, unfortunately for me. However, I do have the Yveltal to now come in and click Foul Play. Knocks out the Ho-Oh at that range. 2 KOs Rayquaza. It'll probably do a lot to Xerneas too. Maybe like around 30%-ish to Xerneas. And it obviously 2 KOs Giratina as well. So his best switch in is probably his Yveltal. Though I don't know what set he's running on his Yveltal. Ho should be able to take it on. Well, it's really low, but when it comes back in after, if I force a double or a switch right there, Ho can potentially take it on. But he should know that I'm physically defensive just based on the fact that I brought it in. We get off a pretty big hit on Xerneas, I would say. A pretty big hit. And we can double out into, or we can rather hard switch. I think I want to go Ho-Oh first. I think I want to go Ho-Oh first over Groudon. Because I kind of expect him to double as he does. Nice. And basically, I'm in a decent position right here. I don't expect him to extreme speed. I expect him to get full parrot as I go for sub. It'd be great if he switched out as well right here. Because then I can get off a Roost. Or Recover, excuse me. You don't run Roost on Ho-Oh because you don't want to get hit by Precipice Blades. But yeah, we go for sub right here. On his Dragon Claw. Extreme Speed should not be able to knock us out. Not at 36%. Well, potentially. Yeah, it doesn't. Nice. As we are going to be able to recover off all the damage he just did, boy. And I can hard switch directly into my Arceus. We just got Ho-Oh back at near full. We take that. We definitely take that. And we just recover off right here. See, I want to predict him to... Oh, he actually goes to Veltal, so that's great. We even get a chance to burn him. I take that. Yes, we're going right for the Will-O-Wisp right here. I don't care if he goes out to Ho-Oh or makes a double into Ho-Oh. Burning his Veltal means that my Veltal can beat it 1v1. I'm expecting him to actually be toxic right now. If he hard switched it directly into Arceus ground. We haven't shown our set though, but I do expect him to be toxic. But I am going to go right for the Will-O-Wisp anyway. I'm looking to win this game with my Veltal. If Veltal knocks out Rayquaza with Foul Play, it knocks out Ho-Oh after a bit of prior damage with Foul Play. I guess he could spam or stick out for Toxic, but he doesn't. Ah, take that damage, boy. Take that damage. Let's hit him with the Ice Beam and do as much damage as possible. This is a threat. As his Dark Pulse unfortunately crits us. That sucks. But I should be able to go out to my Veltal and just click Sucker Punch right now. And finish him off. I don't think he has Roost. Roost isn't usually on Life Orb of Veltal. Actually, he hates this Pokemon. Like, this Veltal is going to put in a lot of work late game. Getting rid of his Veltal is so big for me as well. It's in range of burn now, which is the best thing, I think. I honestly feel that way anyway. Rayquaza, how much attack? I'm careful, right? Careful. Primal Groudon? Primal Groudon. Rock Slide. How much does it do to Rayquaza? Rayquaza. 54 to 66. So it's not in range just yet. We're able to knock out the Veltal, though, it seems, as he goes out into his Xerneas. I'm going to go out to my Groudon right now. Goes for Moonblast, unfortunately, for me. And I want a Thunder Wave, but I think Rocks are just the better play overall. Gets a crit, though, which sucks. But I think Rocks are the better play because it forces Giratina to eventually come in. And it also... Well, we have a good chance of knocking out Groudon, Rayquaza at the range it's at. Oh, nice, nice, nice. So I will go for my Rocks right here on the Rayquaza. And I think the play is honestly just to go for the roll versus Rayquaza. I really do think that's the play. We miss Rocks. Like, please get full paired, man. Nope. Does that help us in any sense? No, it does not. Because we lose. That's great. Even if I was going for a roll, which is more my favor to knock him out than anything. Well, not really. He's at 50%, so technically it was. But I can just go for Foul Play now. He goes for the Extreme Speed. I will be able to taunt, so I can keep up Rocks, which means that Ho goes down to Foul Play, as well as Giratina. I might have to win. If he Scarf Xerneas, I probably have to win some 50-50s. Giratina comes out, as he's apparently faster than me. Wow. That's lame. Why are you more than 234 speed? No. So... hitting that would have been sick, right? Because basically, a Veltal can win this game in itself. Do I go to Ho on the Rock Slide? I think I have to go for Foul Play right here, expecting the Rock Slide. I don't know. I think he's Scarf as well. I got to expect him the Rock Slide. I don't have another play. He goes for Moonblast, I lose the game. Well, if he misses Rock Slide, I can win. Okay, so the 50-50, assuming he's Scarf Xerneas, which I don't think he is, but assuming he is with Rock Slide. Interesting that you run that on Scarf Xerneas. He does go for the Rock Slide. We do live this. We do have a Charty Berry. Come on, breakthrough. Nice! And what I can do is roost off the damage because I know he's Scarf. As Giratina is going to come out. Okay, so we get that 50-50 right, which is huge. I'm not going to let him burn me at all. As he has a Dragon Claw, what the hell? So we're doubling back to get our... What's Dragon Claw on this monster? An interesting set. Roost is the best play. I guess he could still have the Will-O-Wisp, but I don't think I could do much about that. I'm going to have to win a bunch of 50-50s if I want to win this game. Crap, man, I want to be done with what I was doing. Alright, so Foul Play is the best play all around right now. Again, we're going to have to get a 50-50 right versus Xerneas. Does the Sucker Punch knock out Xerneas though? Choice Scarf. Does run Rock Slide on Choice Scarf. Interesting. Veltal. I never liked Rock Slide on Scarf Xerneas. I just like spamming. Ho-Oh comes out. We are faster. Goes for the Sacred Fire and gets a crit, but doesn't kill us. Why did you get a crit right there, bro? I need to play off this guy's burn. Like, he obviously burnt me right there, so I think I lose 100%. Huh. But I still need to be at a good amount of HP to take him on. That's the thing. Xerneas comes out. Is he going to Moonblast here? I'm going to make the Holo switch. Okay, this works out. Because I can just recover off the damage he does with Brave Bird. I don't recover enough, though. Oh, that's not enough. That's definitely not enough. Right back down to a Veltal. Foplis should be able to knock him off the burn. Right back down to a Veltal. I need to get the kill. Ho is at full. I think it comes down to this play right here. See, Foul Play should be able to knock him out even with the if he attacks us. Nah, he made the... Okay, I need a crit right now. I really need a crit right now. It's such a lame endgame, man. All because I missed Rock Slide on Rayquaza. I would have had the Groudon around. I mean, he could still miss Rock Slide, which would put me in the fantastic situation to win the game. But of course he's not gonna. And he even gets a crit on top of that. Wow, just to spite me. Yeah, I'm ending it here, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Such an annoying endgame right there. Missing Rock Slide on him. Where are we on the ladder, actually? 1638. Wow, we're back down. But I'm going to end it there, guys. Thank you everybody for watching. Hope you guys all enjoyed. And until next time, guys, later.